It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 111 of Bible Trivia. Who held a flaming sword outside the Garden of Eden? If you said angels, you're correct. Which one of these was never a king? Herod, Joshua, Solomon, or David? If you said Joshua, you're correct. Which one of these diseases was not mentioned by name in the Bible? Cancer, palsy, or leprosy? If you said cancer, you're correct. Who is most famous in the Bible for patience?
Patience.
If you said Job, you're correct. On which of the 6 days of creation did God make the sun? If you said fourth, you're correct. We should love God with all of our strength, mind, heart, and what else? If you said soul, you're correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 147 of Bible Trivia. What once happened to the firstborn child of every Egyptian family? If you said they died, you are correct. Who built the first city in the Bible? Adam, Cain, Abraham, or Noah? If you said Cain, you are correct. How many books of the Bible did Jesus write? If you said trick question, none, you are correct. In Jesus' parable, who was taken to Abraham's bosom? Laban, Lazarus, or Luke? If you said Lazarus, you are correct. Fill in the missing word. Remember now thy in the days of thy youth. If you said creator, you are correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 159 of Bible Trivia. How was Abraham nice to Lot when they separated? If you said he let him have first choice of the best land, you are correct. Who first said the words we now use as the Lord's Prayer? If you said Jesus, you are correct. Which of these was Moses' wife? Deborah, Zipporah, Miriam, or Jezebel? If you said Zipporah, you are correct. Approximately how many men did Jesus feed with 7 loaves and a few fish? If you said 4,000, you are correct. What happened to Jesus while he was in the desert for 40 days and nights? If you said he was tempted by Satan, you are correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you day 7 of the 28 Days of Acts Bible Trivia Challenge. Which of these things did Stephen not speak about before the council? The covenant of circumcision, Joseph becoming the second in command over Egypt, Moses returning to Egypt to free his people, the destruction of Jericho, or Solomon building the temple for the Lord to dwell in. If you said the destruction of Jericho, you're correct. Fill in the blanks. Heaven is my, and the earth is my. If you said throne and footstool, you're correct. What did Stephen accuse the people of resisting? If you said the Holy Spirit, you're correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 151 of Bible Trivia. Name the first murderer in the Bible. If you said Cain, you are correct. What did God use a cloud and a pillar of fire to do? If you said lead the Israelites, you are correct. Who was the next queen after Vashti? Esther, Jezebel, Candace, or Deborah? If you said Esther, you are correct. Who discovered that Jesse's son David would be the next king? Saul, Solomon, Samuel, or Jonathan? If you said Samuel, you are correct. In Jesus' parable, how many sheep did the shepherd leave behind to search for the last one? If you said 99, you are correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 146 of Bible Trivia. What was special about Methuselah? If you said he was the oldest man in the Bible, you are correct. To what city did Jonah try to flee when God wanted him to go to Nineveh? Tarsus, Sodom, Tarshish, or Gomorrah? If you said Tarshish, you are correct. Which disciple couldn't believe Jesus had risen? If you said Thomas, you are correct. What is an epistle? A letter, a thorn, a disciple, or a temple? If you said a letter, you are correct. Fill in the last word. With God, all things are confusing, pleasant, strict, or possible. If you said possible, you are correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 166 of Bible Trivia. Jesus made us this promise. In my Father's house are many... If you said mansions, you are correct. 2 books of the Bible begin with the letter A. Name them. If you said Amos and Acts, you are correct. What king was the husband of Bathsheba? If you said David, you are correct. What often disturbed the waters in the pool of Bethesda? If you said an angel, you are correct. Who was the king of Israel before Solomon? If you said David, you are correct. It is me, Dominique, bringing you episode 123 of Bible Trivia. Who actually wrote the 10 Commandments onto the stone tablets? If you said God, you're correct. Which word does not belong in this group? Synagogue, temple, tabernacle, or sepulcher? If you said sepulcher, you're correct. Which of these was a prophet? Methuselah, Meshach, Macedonia, or Micah? If you said Micah, you're correct. Whom do you remember when you hear, take, eat, this is my body broken for you, that this do in remembrance of me? If you said Jesus, you're correct. For how many days did Jesus appear to his disciples between his resurrection and ascension to heaven? 1, 3, 7, 10, or 40? If you said 40, you're correct. Fill in the last word. Seek and ye shall. If you said find, you're
Stop. What?
It is me, Dominique, bringing you day 9 of the 28 Days of Acts Bible Trivia Challenge. Who asked the high priest for letters that allowed him to bring believers to Jerusalem bound? If you said Saul, you're correct. What city was Saul on his way to when the light from heaven shone down around him? If you said Damascus, you're correct. What happened to Saul after God spoke to him? If you said he could not see, you're correct. Who was told in a vision to go to the house Saul of Tarsus was staying at and lay his hand on him so he could regain his sight? If you said Ananias, you're correct. Fill in the blank. And immediately